Muy buenas a todos, señores, señoritas, animales y lo que haya por allá. Que estamos en otro vídeo de The Black Mirror. Y hoy voy a hacer un episodio donde mis cojones juegan al ping-pong y acaba mal, ¿vale? Que está de moda poner eso. Bueno, vamos a hablar con Tom. Tom, corazón.
Hello.
De melocotón. No eres del montón. Oh.
Hello.
Vamos a ver qué nos comenta. Por curiosidad, pueblo.
Tell me, is anything interesting going on in the village?
Here? No. In fact, I don't remember anything interesting ever happening around here. In Willow Creek, nothing ever changes.
Vale, pescador.
I saw a fisherman on the shore on my way here. Do you know him?
Oh, Jim? Of course I know him. He's my uncle from my mother's side.
Is he always sitting there, fishing? He appears to have been sitting there the whole day.
Yeah, he's the most patient person I've ever known. He spends hours on that pier just sitting. I wouldn't last a single hour, you know.
Y por curiosidad.
How long have you been sitting here?
A few hours, I guess. Why do you want to know?
Respuesta positiva.
That's my way of saying hello, I guess.
Oh, okay. I've been here for 2 or 3 hours. I've got nothing to do today. Why don't you take a chair?
No, thank you. Maybe some other time.
Vale, ¿algo más?
Hello, sir. Will you sit down?
No, I really can't.
Vale,
Never mind. I'm used to drinking alone.
se ha ido nuestro compañero.
Later then.
Se ha metido
See
dentro.
you.
Tenemos que esperar a que salga. No me vaciles, joder. ¿Por qué justo ahora que acabo la conversación se esconde? Que alguien me lo diga. Estoy por salir, a ver si el pescador me dice... Vale, bien. Menos mal. Aquí tenemos a Harry Potter. Pero ahora está calvo. Hola.
Hello, sir.
Oh. ¿Qué nos dirá de qué hay de nuevo?
I haven't been here in a long time. What can you tell me about the manor?
De la mansión.
Well, I'm not sure where to begin, but really, there isn't much in the way of news. Hold on. You seem familiar to me. Haven't we met at the winter feasts?
No, I don't think so.
But I do know you. See, I'm pretty good with faces. What about last month during the vintage? Is that it?
Listen,
Yeah, I know. You probably owe me something and aren't comfortable with my having recognized you, right?
I owe you nothing, Harry.
Did you say Harry? Tom, this young lad here is calling me Harry, but he says he doesn't know me.
Don't let him annoy you, sir. He's been trying that on strangers for as long as I remember.
Is there a problem with the fact that I want me money back?
There wouldn't be any if you weren't making those debts up.
Bah! Indeed, you're the right one to say that. Should I show you your last month's bill?
Right, calm down. I was just advocating this young fellow here, because he's a stranger and he doesn't know those tricks of yours.
Okay, I've had enough. One more word and you're not getting a pint of water on credit. Or, let me tell you what. I'll pour you nothing until you pay off the whole debt.
Come on, Harry. Don't be a cheapskate.
Listen, if you let me finish, I'll tell you who I am.
Sounds great. I'm listening.
I am Samuel Gordon, the son of Randall Gordon, of Castle Blackmirror.
Why didn't you say so right away?
Well, I tried to, but you wouldn't actually let me speak.
Okay, well, that gives things a nice twist. A Gordon is always welcome here. So, what can I get you? Today, we have smoked venison on the menu, along with a good staff beer.
No, thanks. Maybe later. I'd like to ask a couple of questions, though.
Oh, sure.
Harry, until what time are you open?
Well, that depends, but usually late into the night. You see, I don't sleep much, and when I'm not doing something, I'm usually...
But not many folks show up so late, do they?
I usually play cards with Tom here, or I play chess with myself.
Oh, you play chess?
I'd say I've learned to play well during all those long nights.
Let's play together sometime then.
Sure.
I remember William bringing me here.
Yup, so do I. He was a serious poker player, you know. Incredibly lucky with the cards. He would totally clear us out, but then he would return everything. Yeah, he was a nice bloke. That's a real shame he stopped coming here.
Why?
Who knows? We were all on good terms. But the last 6 months, he didn't show up once.
Well, it's a bit of a distance, and at his age.
Nah, I wouldn't say that was the reason. William was always a tough old gent. I'll tell you something, though. They say he wouldn't even come out of the castle, and instead locked himself away in the old tower to study some old volumes and stuff.
Where did you hear that?
Well, I told you, I hear things from time to time.
What else have you heard?
Nothing. But maybe Mark knows something. He used to help out in the manor garden.
Where can I find him?
He would normally be here by now, so he's probably not going to turn up today.
Never mind. I'll ask him some other time. As if William was hiding something. I have to know more about the last months of his life. Harry, what's new in the village?
Things happen, but there isn't much news.
How should I understand that?
Well, I hear a lot of gossip, but nothing worth mentioning. You see, we all know one another here, so nothing's too interesting.
Maybe. That's going to change now.
Yeah, I'll let you know when it does.
Bueno, pues ya está. Hemos terminado nuestra conversación. A ver si ahora Tom nos dice algo de repente, cosa que dudo, pero por si acaso.
What do you want from me?
I'd just like to
Pues
ask
sí.
about something.
All right.
Deuda.
How long have you owed Harry money?
That's my business, not yours. Or do you want to pay up for me?
Should I?
Well, I overheard your conversation about old Sir William.
Do you know anything that might be interesting to me?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. My memory is fogging up. It's probably the thirst, you know.
Claro, será eso.
Oh, I see. I know where he's coming from. I'll pay off his debt, and then I'll ask again.
Pues si pagamos lo que debe, a lo mejor habla más. Bueno, pues ya sabes, Samuel. A soltar prenda. Hoy hacemos rico a Harry.
Changed your mind about the dinner? My Mary makes some wonderful meals. Everyone around here will tell you that.
No lo pongo en duda.
I believe you. I'm just not hungry yet. I would like to ask a couple of questions, though.
Vale, pues...
Okay, feel free.
Preguntemos. Deuda.
Will you change your mind about that debt of Tom's? It's partly my fault, you know.
I'd be glad to, but then he wouldn't pay it off next month either. They say he who doesn't pay should not drink.
Well, there is some truth to that.
Pagar la deuda.
I have decided to pay off Tom's debt.
But why would you want to do that, Mr. Gordon?
I just want to. Could you sum it up?
Okay, well, as you wish. At £17.
All right. Here.
Well, I've no idea what Tom might have promised you, but you better not believe him.
Joder.
That's none of your business. So what is his bill like now?
All clear.
Good.
Pues ya está. Tom, tenemos una sorpresa para ti.
Oh, it's you again?
Sí. Deuda.
I have done what you have asked. Now it's your turn.
Right, I heard you. I guess you have done me a good turn.
So what do you know about William?
I'll tell you what I've heard. Nothing more, nothing less.
Vale, venga.
I'm listening.
People have said that from time to time, Sir William would go to the vicarage at night.
That's all? What's so strange about him going to church?
Nothing much, I'd guess, if it hadn't been late after midnight.
Eso es raro.
Oh, that is strange indeed.
Just ask the gravedigger or the vicar. They both saw him.
Vale, pues...
But don't mention me if you decide to go see him. They needn't know that I told you anything.
Ya tenemos una nueva pista.
Oh, thank you.
Mark, por curiosidad. Mark.
I need to speak with Mark. You probably know each other.
Yeah, we've known each other for years, but he's not here today.
Ya, sé
Do
que no
you
está
know
aquí.
where he works? I would like to go see him.
Mark only works when he must. He hasn't got a permanent job. But try old Murray or Herman. He does something for both of them from time to time.
Herman, por curiosidad.
So, how's it going?
All right, I guess. Why don't you take a chair?
I'm a little short on time. Some other day, perhaps.
Never mind, I'm used
Vale, sí, lo de siempre. Bueno, pues ya está. Vamos a hablar con el pescador un poquito más. Vic, ¿tú tienes algo que decir?
I have not.
No. Quiero ver si el pescador me comenta algo. Como nos ha dicho que Tom es su... Bueno, que el pescador es su tío por parte materna, pues a ver si ahora dice algo nuevo, por curiosidad.
I have no.
Vale, pues no comenta nada respecto a eso. Bueno, vamos a pasar por el puente, cruzar el puente y a ver a dónde llegamos. ¡Wow! Ahora sí llegamos a una nueva parte de Willow Creek. Reloj grande.
10 minutes to 2. The time is not correct.
Bueno, pues no funcionará.
Probably doesn't work at all.
Ah, ya estamos, no funcionará. ¿Algo más?
It's broken.
Está estropeado, vale. Edificio.
The old fish market.
El antiguo mercado de pescado.
I remember when old Mr. Fenton died. There was no one to take care of the fish market.
Oh, pobre
I
Fenton.
don't know what is there now, and I'm not interested.
A lo mejor hay fantasmas. Cuidado, Samuel. Apártate de ahí. Bueno, va. Vamos a ver si hay algo más. Entrada. ¿Hacia dónde?
Davison, William's friend and lawyer, lived here.
Davison. Muy bien, muy bien.
He moved away a long time before Catherine died.
O sea que ya lleva sus
He
añitos
always
aquí.
said he wouldn't be able to do much around here as a lawyer. He decided to move to Berkeley with his family.
Ah.
I have not heard of him since.
Vamos, que se ha ido. Porque no tenía futuro aquí. Bueno. Sabia decisión. Muy sabia. ¿Algo más? Porque sigue en
I have
rojo.
no clue as to who lives in Davison's house today.
Pues no sé quién la ocupará, pero... ¿Algo más? Ojito, ¿eh?
I have no reason.
Vale, no hay razón para entrar. ¿Algo más? No. Perfecto. Otra entrada. Vale, aquí hay una batea. Batea, eso yo creo que está mal escrito. Será un bote, pero batea yo no sé... Nunca lo he escuchado.
No one is answering.
Vale, no contesta nadie en esta casa. Sin embargo, podemos picar. Y podemos volver a...
The door is locked.
La puerta está cerrada con llave. O sea que... Quizá en algún momento se pueda abrir. Si hace lo mismo...
Perhaps no one is.
Tal vez no haya... Ah, pues no. Tal vez no haya nadie en la casa. Vale.
It probably belongs to that fisherman I spoke to.
Puede ser. Casa de empeños de Murray. Aquí está Murray también.
Murray buys and sells anything that brings him profit.
Muy bien. ¿Algo más? Basura.
Old cardboard boxes, damp from the rain.
Vale. Humedad causada por la lluvia.
This is probably where Murray throws out what he no longer needs.
Sí, sí, puede ser. Vale, a la casa de empeños, escaparate.
Various objects, porcelain statues, gold watches, breast pins,
Hay de todo.
mostly trinkets.
Sí. No parece que tenga mucho valor. ¿Algo más?
There's nothing interesting.
Nada de interés. Perfecto, pues vamos a entrar, vamos a visitar a Murray.
The door is locked.
Oh, está cerrado.
There is a sign that reads, I'll be right back, Murray.
Vuelvo enseguida.
But who knows if it hasn't been hanging here for a week already.
Vale, pues habrá que preguntar. Entonces, si vuelvo a hacer la intención,
The shop is...
el comercio está cerrado. Vale, pues vamos a ir al bar, a ver si nos comentan algo. Tú me imagino que no sabes nada, ¿verdad, chavalín? Supongo que no hay nada que hablar contigo. Oh, quizás sí. Casa de empeños.
Vic, have you seen Murray today? His shop is closed.
Why should I care about his shop?
Why? Is there a problem?
Well, that old man doesn't like me hanging around that shop of his.
Normal, seguro que le ha roto el
Or
escaparate.
rather around those glass cases. I've got no idea what his problem is.
I may have one.
Sí, sí, y yo.
Oh. I do remember seeing him leave this morning.
Do you have an idea when he will be returning?
Judging by how he shopped himself up, he must have gone into town.
Vamos, que de
So
momento
he's probably not going to return before tomorrow.
no tenemos nada que hacer aquí. Al menos por ahora.
Oops!
¡Hostia!
What was that? What's this here? A ball? Vic!
Oh, oh, oh.
I know it was you, and I know you can hear me. Just you wait till I catch you. I'll beat you within an inch of your life. Ah, damn. Now I'll have to clean up all this mess.
I suspect Vic is not going to show up for a while.
La que ha liado. La que ha liado el señorito Vic. Bueno, aquí la gente... El edificio ese de la parte superior, supongo que es del bar también. Tom, ¿algo que añadir? Sí, siempre hay algo que añadir.
Hello, sir.
Hola.
Will you sit down?
No.
No, I really can't.
Vale,
Never mind. Later then.
pues nada, no.
See you.
Nada nuevo. Pero Harry sí. Harry nos tiene que decir dónde ha ido Murray.
What will it be, sir?
I'd like...
Venga, va.
Sure, go ahead.
Preguntemos.
I came upon a closed pawn shop. Is it ever open?
Sure. Old Murray would never close the shop without a reason. He probably had to leave. Some business of his own, no doubt.
You don't speak well of him.
Not many do. Everyone knows he's an old sly boots. The only thing he cares about is cheating people in that old junk shop. Well, what would you expect from an old cheapskate?
Any news, Harry?
Nothing special.
Vale,
I'll be back.
pues nada más.
Whenever, Mr. Gordon.
Encantado de veros, compañeros de bar. Pero ahora tengo que partir. ¿No hay novedades aquí? ¿Dirá algo el pescador Zin? De momento Vic se ha perdido. Se ha pirado. A ver si nos dice algo el pescador. Si no, pues habrá que cambiar de lugar.
Excuse me.
Ah, pues
May
sí.
I speak with you?
Perfecto.
Sure you can, young man.
Oh, oh, oh.
How are you? Have you stopped for a talk?
Sí.
I'd like to ask you a question. I need something from the pawn shop on the other side of the river, but it's closed.
Yeah, that's possible.
Have you any idea when Murray opens the shop?
No, I haven't. I don't care what he does.
I must go now.
O sea que no sabe nada. Bueno, vamos a ver si puedo ir para otro sitio. De momento podemos ir a la iglesia. Bueno, ya tenemos 3 lugares que podamos visitar. Es el turno.
Warmhill Parish.
La iglesia de Warmhill. Entrada principal. Bueno, pues no está mal, no está mal. Aquí se va al cementerio
The main
trasero.
entrance is closed and only opens on Sundays.
¿Vale?
I've got to use the side entrance.
La entrada lateral. ¿Te refieres a esta? ¿Entrar a la iglesia? Vale, aquí tenemos el cementerio trasero. Que no se nos olvide. De momento aquí poca cosa más roja veo. Aparte de esa entrada, yo no veo mucho más.
The church is locked.
Vale, está cerrado con llave. Y ahí tenemos al sepulturero. Y se ha detenido porque ha visto mi presencia.
Good afternoon. Have you time for a little talk?
Esperemos que sí. Espero que tenga grandes respuestas que ofrecer.
I never hurry anywhere, unlike everyone else around here.
I'm interested in learning about the parish and this cemetery. I think you're the right man to ask.
Maybe. I've been helping Father Frederick for many years now. I know the names on all the graves. What do you want to know?
Tell me, how old is this parish?
No one knows how old exactly, but this cemetery and church are much older than anything in the neighborhood. A long time ago, they used to bury heretics here. They say there's a system of corridors under the cemetery where the souls of the innocent wander looking for a way out. You know, I've seen quite a lot all these years here, but
For instance?
well, it was a long time ago, but some years back I heard something like the voice of a child in the distance. At first I thought it was just an illusion, but then I could no longer contain my curiosity and went outside to have a... I followed the sound of the voice, but the closer I got, the less audible the voice became.
Maybe it was just a child playing nearby.
2 hours after midnight? I don't think so. Plus, look around. There are graves far and wide. But that's past now. I have no idea what it was, and I do not want to know. I don't even know why I'm telling you this.
Have you heard the voice again or anything similar?
I've already told you enough. Don't tell anyone about this. I don't want to look like an old fool.
You said you have known Father Frederick for many years. What can you tell me about him?
Father Frederick is the best man I know. He took me in when I was orphaned and raised me as his son. For that I will be grateful to him for the rest of my life, and I will be around to help him as long as I am able to. But if you want to talk to him, you will have to wait until he returns from the neighboring manor.
I see. Thanks. Tell me, what is your name actually?
Mine? No one calls me anything other than Gravedigger. Father Frederick's Gravedigger. And I don't mind if you have questions about it. It's true anyway. And you are a Gordon, right?
Yes, Samuel Gordon.
So you're the grandson of old Mr. William?
Yes,
I saw you at the funeral.
of course. Did you know William?
No, not personally. I would see him from time to time, though. He used to go inside the church.
How often?
Not that often, but when he did show up, he was always in a hurry, as if he knew he didn't have much time left.
Did he ever speak with you?
No, I told you I did not know him well.
But he would speak with Father Frederick, wouldn't he?
You will have to ask Father that yourself.
I will. Thanks. I've heard that you sometimes saw William come to the vicarage late at night. Is that true?
Who told you that?
That's not important. So is it true?
I don't care to talk about it. I don't want to look for problems.
Whatever you tell me will stay just between us.
It's not like I think I can trust you, but since you're a Gordon, I'll tell you what I've seen. Everyone who knew old Sir William thought he was a bit of a madman. Please don't get offended. And later, when he refused to see anyone, the gossip began floating about. I'm telling you this so that you know I'm not making up what I'm going to tell you next.
Go on.
I first saw him here some 6 months ago. I was sitting in my cabin, about to go to bed. I saw a light. It was someone approaching the church. In the 20 years that I've been working here, no one has ever come here this late. So I went outside to check out what was going on. I saw a figure concealed in a dark coat walking among the graves. He was looking for something, his head down to the ground.
Was it William?
At that moment I had no idea who it was. I couldn't see his face in the darkness. He spent some 20 minutes there, going round, mumbling something.
What was he saying?
Well, I observed him from a distance. It wasn't audible.
So what happened next?
The church door opened, and he made for it right away. I cautiously followed him. Father Frederick was standing in the doorway. It seemed as if he was expecting that person. It was only then I realized it was Sir William, because I was close enough to recognize his voice. He and the father had a long conversation then, and Sir William was waving his hands vigorously about during most of it. They finally went inside, and that is all I saw.
Do you know anything more?
I never stick my nose in other people's business.
Thanks for telling me this.
I only told you because you're Sir William's grandson. Now leave me alone. I have to finish my work here.
Why was William meeting with Father Frederick in the middle of the night? May I have a look inside the church?
You have to wait for Father Frederick to return. The church is going to stay locked until then.
But you can open it, can't you?
It doesn't matter. It's going to stay locked, as Father Frederick ordered.
Una nueva pregunta se cierne sobre nosotros. ¿Qué buscaba William aquí? ¿A altas horas de la madrugada? Supongo que a esa hora, para que le viera el mínimo posible de gente, así que... curiosidad total. Al cementerio trasero. ¿Qué encontraremos aquí? Lápidas. Aparte de lápidas, ¿algo más?
The names carved in stone are no longer legible.
Normal, con el tiempo. Es lógico. Un árbol viejo. A ver si nos ofrece algo de interés. O algo espeluznante.
Its branches are stretching over the graves.
Vale. ¿Y ya está? Sí. Nada más. Aquí sí. ¡A la tumba de William! Vamos a ver si hay algo interesante. ¡Cripta!
One of the crypts of our family. I don't even know who's buried in it.
Tantos antepasados y no conoces a ni uno. A ninguno, mejor dicho. Cripta, otra cripta.
The tomb of Jeremy Gordon.
Esta sí, ¿eh? Esta sí la conozcas. Y ahora, la principal. La lápida de William Gordon.
William will rest in this cold grave forever.
Eso parece.
I'll find out the whole truth, even if I go through hell for it.
A los 78 años. Bueno, pues... parece ser que... nada más aquí. Bueno, pues... mejor será que salgamos. Momentáneamente aquí ya no hay nada que aportar. Así que bueno... ahora es cuestión, supongo, que de ir preguntándole a la gente. O sea, a los que encontremos. Después de visitar la tumba de William, no sé si el sepulturero tendrá algo más que añadir. Lo malo es que... está en una sección que me obliga siempre a andar un poquito y tardamos. Pero bueno, espero que tenga su recompensa. No sé si añadirá algo a lo que hemos hablado, pero hay que comprobarlo. Por lo demás, yo creo que no me he faltado nada. Vale, bien. ¿Puedo molestarle? Bien. Tenemos algo más que preguntar. Supongo que por la visita a la tumba de William.
Not for long, I've got a lot of work
Si
to
tienes trabajo que hacer. Padre Frederick.
Has Father Frederick returned yet?
do. No, he hasn't.
Vale, vale, sobre él.
It's a long journey from Winshire. He won't be back until tomorrow.
Vale, pues mañana vendremos.
Tomorrow. I'd like.
You'd like to go inside the church, but
Pero no puedes
now
entrar.
go. I have to finish this before dusk.
Vale. Samuel, paciencia. ¡Oh!
It's 7 o'clock. I should return to
Ah.
the main gate.
El paquete de...
If Herman is true to his word, his man will be waiting there for me.
Cierto. Vamos a ver si no la liamos parda. Ahí está.
You must be Dr. Herman's man, is that right?
I'm not Herman's man. I just work for him from time to time. You're Samuel Gordon, aren't you? I've got something to deliver.
Yes. Please give it to me.
Yeah, why not? I don't care who you are anyway. I was supposed to give this package to whoever came to this gate at 7.
O sea, se lo podía haber dado a cualquiera.
That's when my job is over. Take it so I can go.
Hold on a minute. Are you Mark?
Mark.
Yeah, that's me. Why?
Harry said you had worked in our garden.
A couple of times. So what?
I'd like to ask you about William Gordon. What can you tell me about him?
Nothing. I barely knew him. I just worked in the garden. I'm in a hurry. Do you want anything else?
No thanks.
Good. See you around.
Bye.
Bueno, al menos nos ha traído el
I hope
paquete.
I'll find what I'm looking for.
A ver qué hay dentro. ¿Qué encontraremos? Veamos. Caja. Tenemos la caja. En el buzón no habrá nada, ¿verdad? Por curiosidad.
There is nothing.
Vale, pues veamos la caja.
There's only a watch and a few trinkets in it.
Un reloj y chuchería. Bueno. Reloj de William.
I'll open it.
Con el clic derecho
Do you
lo abrimos.
remember a mark of some kind here?
Hostia. ¿Algo más sobre el reloj?
A gold pocket watch. Beautiful handiwork.
Vale, nada más. Pequeño trozo de papel.
To my forgetful head. The path to the key begins in the library, on my work table, hidden away under the blue curtain of unwritten words.
Esto es una pista. Nada más, no puedo leer nada. Vale, pues en la biblioteca. Cerca de donde estudiaba los libros, ¿no? Bueno, pues ahora vamos a ir a la biblioteca. Pero ya que estoy aquí voy a ver si nos dicen algo nuevo, algo novedoso estos compañeros. ¿Henry? ¿Algo que aportar sobre la vida? Vale, no. Bueno, pues voy a ir aquí. Pero ahora, en vez de visitar aquí al compañero, lo haré... Vale, sube bien, joder, que le estoy dando mal. No sé si el mozo de cuadra tendrá algo que añadir después de todo lo que hemos ido viendo. Voy a hacerlo lo más rápido posible. Luego utilizaré el mapa para entrar automáticamente ya en la mansión. Y pues ir a la biblioteca, supongo que será el objetivo. Vale, le dejamos trabajar. A ver si Victoria o Bates quieren hablar de algo. Incluso... Bueno, el señorito... ¿Cómo se llama? Robert. No sé si Robert tendrá algo que hablar. ¿Victoria? ¿Algo que añadir? Veamos. Sí, perfecto. A ver si nos dan más pistas.
I would like to ask you about something.
I'm listening, Samuel.
A ver. Objeto extraño.
Look at this stone fragment. Does it mean anything to you?
No, I wouldn't say so. But yes, I have seen something similar on William's desk. He was very careful with that thing. Only I don't know what the big deal was. He never spoke about it.
Vale, pues ya está, supongo que sí.
Talk to her later.
Vale, ya está. Bueno, pues sabemos que la biblioteca tiene muchas cosas de interés. Voy a ver si encontramos a Bates en la cocina, a ver si nos aporta algo más de luz. ¡Al asunto! Bates, ¿cómo te va? Hay que ir visitándoles para que sepan que estamos aquí presentes.
Do you need anything, sir?
Ah, pues no necesita nada. Bueno, pues nada, oye, ¿qué vamos a hacerle? Bueno, voy a visitar a Robert y luego voy derechito a la biblioteca. Pero tenemos que asegurarnos primero de que nadie quiere hablar nada. Y esto lo iré haciendo de vez en cuando, simplemente para que se pueda apreciar. A ver si nos dan alguna idea nueva. Ha habido un book aquí, un mini book. Vale, no podemos hablar nada actualmente. Perfecto, bueno, pues bajamos y vamos a la biblioteca. No perdamos más el tiempo. La biblioteca estaba por aquí, al comedor. Ahora a la izquierda. Por cierto, aquí de momento no señalan nada nuevo, ¿no? Yo voy mirando porque a veces aparecen marcas rojas de repente y... Bueno, vamos a la biblioteca. No perdamos más el tiempo. No hemos perdido nada. Aquí estantería roja, un momento.
This bookcase is full of old dust-covered books.
Vale.
I don't think I could find one that would interest me.
Seguramente no. Así que lo dejamos estar. Nada más por aquí. Bueno, pues vamos a ver si encontramos la cortina azul que decía... La carta, la nota. Aquí lo único es el globo terráqueo, pero claro, de momento ahí no podemos hacer nada. Nos faltan objetos. ¿Hola? ¿Algo que añadir por aquí? Porque lo único que yo sé es lo del globo terráqueo, pero yo aquí no veo nada más. No sé si podremos leerla otra vez. No me deja leerla. O sea, tengo que recordar lo que ponía. Bueno, pues menos mal que lo estoy grabando, así lo puedo ir mirando fuera de grabación, pero me da rabia que ahora mismo no... O no sé, a lo mejor no sé hacerlo. Bueno, yo aquí no veo nada. Voy a entrar a mirar el globo terráqueo a ver cómo salgo yo de aquí. Joder, sal a la parte central. Veamos. El globo terráqueo es lo único que ahora mismo...
It seems like some...
Pero sí, faltan cosas. Así que de momento... Esto yo sé de qué trata y supongo vosotros tenéis una ligera idea. Lo que no sé es por qué cojones no... O sea, ahora mismo no sé qué podría hacer. De momento yo aquí no veo nada de interés. Así que lo mejor será... No sé cuánto llevo grabando también. Así que yo creo que va siendo hora ya de ir cortando el rollo. Pero la llave está ahí dentro. Seguro que en la biblioteca hay algo, pero algo tenemos que hacer primero. Solo que ahora mismo no sé el qué. Podríamos mirar Willow Creek a ver si nos dicen algo nuevo. Pero de momento eso ya lo haré fuera de grabación. Yo creo que ya llevo un buen rato, así que vamos a dejarlo por ahora. No me enrollo más. Disfrutad de vuestros días, pero recordad, sobre todo de vuestras noches. ¡Hasta la próxima!